give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me
4,452 people were shot in the city of Chicago in 2021. If this were 4,452 white people that were killed in the city, you already know it would be front page news. It would be the biggest story in America. But we all know this. The question now is, why don't they care? Huh? The question now is, why don't they seem to care? Sit on that for about 30 seconds. Let me type something in real quick. 4,452 people shot in Chicago in 2021. Let's talk about it, since the mainstream media doesn't seem to care. Share. Sorry, I'm a one-man band here, guys. I don't have a bunch of people behind me doing stuff. But yes, hello, Facebook friends. I know it's been a little while. I rarely pop up here on Facebook. Facebook is trash. They don't show me love. They shadow ban everything. There was a time where my Facebook lives were literally getting 5,000 views. 5,000, my Facebook lives were getting 5,000 views. Now I'm lucky if I can get 20 views per show. How crazy is that? And I'm not saying anything crazy. I'm not saying anything deranged. I'm not saying anything insane. I'm just wondering why no one, I'm looking around. I'm trying to find people. Why no one seems to care that 4,452 people were shot in Chicago. Something like 830 plus murders. I mean, that's huge. And it's all in one little section of Chicago. We're not talking about the whole of Chicago. We know where this is happening. It's happening in the ghetto. But nobody cares. Obama doesn't care. Biden definitely doesn't care. Trump is probably the only one that cared in the past 10 years about what the hell is going on in Chicago. Yes, I said it. Donald J. Trump. Yeah, you know, the racist redhead, whatever, blah, 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 that you guys were saying with the red fade. Blah. Yeah, he cared more about what was going on in Chicago than any president that I could think of in my lifetime. And believe me, this is something I've been following for a very long time. In fact, Donald Trump offered to send in federal help, federal aid to Chicago just this time last year, just before he left the office. He said, "Hey, Chicago, I'm about to bounce out this bitch. Is there anything I could do for you? Let me send in some aid. Let me send in some troops. Let me help you out." And guess what the mayor of Chicago politely told Donald Trump to do? Take a wild guess. What the mayor, the person in charge, the one, look, she's the one, right? Beetlejuice, I call her. Look at her. Look her up. Look up the mayor of Chicago. Just don't look her up right before you're about to go to sleep. It will. Trust me, I did it. I couldn't sleep for days. But the mayor of Chicago said, "Donald Trump, go F yourself." In a nice, polite way. She told him to go F himself. Now, just 2 weeks ago, she's over here asking Joe Biden for the same federal help that she asked Donald Trump just this time last year to go F himself. Now, oh, Biden, we need help. Chicago needs help. Murder is out of control. And who would have thought that when all of you idiots this time last year, this time in 2020, were talking about defunding the police? Yes, I'm talking to you, dummy. You right now who is, oh yeah, we need to defund police, man. Well, I don't mean defund police, man. I mean allocate the police, man, to the social workers and stuff. You are a dummy. Yes, I'm talking to you. And if you don't like it, hit unsubscribe. What do you think's gonna happen when they take police off the street? Let me get my fucking joint. What do you think's gonna happen when they take police off the street? You take a hit of this, and maybe you could think about that for a second. What did all you defund the police jackasses think was going to happen when you yell out defund the police and you actually do it? Help me. What did you guys think was going to happen? Because, see, I called this a mile away. I saw this coming a mile away. Especially when you start trying to take guns away from legal, law-abiding, good citizens. And then, you see, well, here's one thing about criminals. They don't follow laws. Okay? Here's something about criminals. They don't shoot people with registered weapons. But you want to mess with me. If I want to get an assault rifle and go let off some rounds in a responsible designated area in the middle of the desert where there's just me and my family just letting off rounds. But you want to take that away from me. I'll do it. I'm just saying. Makes no sense. Pray for Chicago. Pray for Philadelphia. That's right. This morning I read a story. We are, depending on when you're listening to this, today is January 2nd, right? Yeah, today's January 2nd. 16 people have already been shot in Philadelphia. 2 days. Do you hear? Hello? Hello? Is this thing? Can you guys hear me in the back? Raise your hand if you guys can hear me. Because I don't think you guys hear me. In 2 days. In 2 days. In 2 days. Chicago. Not Chicago, Philadelphia, I'm sorry. Has seen 16 people already shot. Here's another one. What up, Jeannie? My homegirl. Here's another one for you guys out there. Last year, more kids in Chicago were shot that died from COVID. I think I need to repeat that for them again, because they don't seem to get it. Should I repeat it again? Last year, more kids were shot in Chicago than got COVID, than died from COVID. Yeah, this thing must not be on. Because I don't hear any mainstream news organizations, oh my God, we need to figure something out. They don't care. They don't care. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in black on black crime. Lots of money. Like a lot of money, bro. Like a ton of money. Do you realize blacks and Latinos, with the amount of black on black and Latino on black and blah, the crime that is committed out there, that keeps so many people employed? Court stenographers wouldn't have a job if you niggas weren't shooting motherfuckers. Private prisons wouldn't be a thing. And look, it's 2022. We got to stop blaming the white man. I'm tired of this blaming the white man thing. I'm tired of this systematic racism thing. We all know it exists, but that doesn't give us a right to go out there and act ass. A. And B, if we know it exists, now let's start thinking about ways we can change it. Because we can change it. We are very powerful. But no, it's much easier to sit back. It's a lot easier to sit back and just point and blame someone else. Point and blame the white man. That's why we march and we riot when a white cop shoots us. But when the little girl gets shot walking to school in the middle of gang crossfire, nothing, no uproar. And how do we expect them to care if we don't even care? Like, we are like, the shit that I'm hearing right now when I'm reading it, like shooting up funerals, tipping over grave memorials. I mean, the things I'm hearing that's going on out there, it's really, really scary. And then I watch some of these YouTubers. I'm in the YouTube world. That's what I do, Dusty Vision TV. Just hit 30,000 subscribers. I'm thanking like 4 people here on Facebook, because there's literally about 4 people on here that and it's the 4 people that are watching live right now on Facebook. But this will be uploaded on Dusty Vision TV as well, 30,000 subscribers. And I'm in the YouTube world and I'm seeing elderly people with YouTube channels egging this stuff on. Talking about I'm outside. Like, I've never seen so many older people. I'm 44, so I ain't saying. I'm saying I've never seen so many people my age and above, around my age bracket, so proud to be outside. Man, I'm outside, man. Shit, what you gonna do, man? I'm outside. Outside. Just bragging about being outside. You know where I am 98% of the time? I'm inside. My nice home. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, behind a gated community. Rottweiler, German Shepherd. About 6 guns. Legal guns. Makes me happy to be inside. The older you get, you shouldn't brag about being outside. Leave that to the young kids, the 16, 17, 18. Leave that to them. Because see, what they're doing is they're seeing you brag about being outside, Mr. 44-year-old. And they're like, oh, it must be cool. And no, Jeannie, when they say they're outside, they don't mean working. Usually they're outside doing stuff, once again, that a 16, 17, 18-year-old should be doing. Hanging out with the homies, hanging out on the corner, blah, blah, blah. And look, it's cool to do that. It's cool to hang out with your buddies. It's cool to hang out with your neighbors, the homies. But not every day. That shouldn't be your number one agenda, right? Like, there was a time where hanging out with my homies was my number one agenda. Like, boom, me and my boy Smooth, We are hooking up. All right, we're going to connect. All right, first off, we're going to find some weed. You know, I'm talking 20, 25 years ago. I'm going to find some weed, right? All right, now we got the weed secure. Now we got to find some bitches. All right, then we start going through our Rolodex. All right, boom. All right, let's hit her. Oh, no. She gave me VD one. Oh, no. That bitch pussy stinks. Let me erase her. Actually, I'll trade you her for her. So then the next thing is we're looking for, you know, girls. There was a time where being outside was it. And I think I haven't wanted to be outside like that probably since I was 19. Maybe that was the last time I was like, yeah, man, we need to hang out every day and just smoke tons of weed and fucking record music and play video game. Like, no. So these young kids are seeing these older guys out just bragging about being outside, being 45, 50 years old, still talking about who's snitching and who's not snitching. And like, I see some of this shit I hear. Clubhouse is the devil. That's all I'm going to say. Clubhouse is the devil, guys. Be careful with what you listen to and put into your... Like, be careful with that shit, man. It's entertaining, yes. But it's a lot of negative in there, man. Oh, man. But I don't know what we need to do something. And when I say we, I'm talking the urban community, the black community, the Latino community. We need to do something. And I'm sorry, but Latinos are dying in the hood too, but I got to pull back because it's way more black people dying. Like, I looked up a graph of the victims of these gun crimes, dude. I had white people, Asian, Latino, African American. Dude, black people are dying at such a higher rate. Like, it was like the graph was like this, then this, then this, and then the fucking black one was like this, dog. At this rate, you guys think I'm fucking silly? And it may not be during my lifetime. It's not going to be during my lifetime, or maybe even my son's lifetime, who's 21 years younger than me. But at this rate, black people are going to be extinct. At this rate, black people are going to be extinct. More people are going to have my shade, and you're not going to know what the fuck they are. Is this all a big plan? Yeah, Jeannie, defunding the police was not the answer. And I don't know what you thought people out there thought they were going to get by taking away police. And what did you think you were going to get? And I just hope, and I pray that whoever's listening to my show, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook, podcast, and this is not marijuana, this is, I gotta say that for reasons. This isn't marijuana, it's tobacco. We're gonna be extinct. I don't know what I was gonna say, I just fucking lost my train of thought. But we are gonna be extinct if we keep up this shit up. There's no way. And was this all a plan? I don't know. Let's give them masks. Right? Because we all wear masks now. Let's give them gloves. I mean, just recently, a high-ranking member in the Los Angeles Police Department compared my city, the city I live in, the city that I love, the City of Angels, Los Angeles. Sound like a fucking Red Hot Chili Pepper song, huh? Just compared it to The Purge. Compared my city, Los Angeles, the City of Angels, to the movie The Purge. Do we have any hope? Is there any hope? I don't know. I'll tell you what, if there is hope, I lost a little bit hearing a high-ranking official of the LAPD say that my city is like the Purge. That's scary. And if you're not a little bit scared, there's something wrong with you. You're a sociopath or something. Or you're one of the ones out there doing the bad stuff. I haven't had to call the police on something. Look, as a law-abiding citizen, I've had to call the police. So fuck off if you have an issue with it. I'm not a gang member. I'm a citizen. So I've called the police. I haven't had to call the police, God, maybe in like 10 years. And when I did, they were within where I was within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes of me calling the police, they were right where I was. I guarantee if I call the police right now, they're not going to be at my house within 5 minutes. I don't know what it's going to be. Even if it's 10 minutes, it's double the time. But they're not going to be at my house within 5 minutes. I can almost guarantee that. They're overwhelmed. They're defunded. The fucking morale is probably low. So we tried defunding the police. That didn't work. What are we gonna do now? Inner city community, urban city. What are we gonna do now? Ghetto? Because the only thing that defunding the police affected, and it affected it in a negative way, is it affected the hoods. It affected the ghettos because crime went through the roof. Carjackings went up like 300%. Like random people getting shot on their way to church went up a bunch. What are we gonna do? Because if we don't do something, they're gonna do something. Them, the government, they're gonna start bringing in those federal laws. And you know when a dude gets racked up by the feds, it's a very small percentage of chance that he's coming home. See, a lot of you kids out there don't remember a little thing called the 1994 crime bill. And trust me, dude, you don't want the government bringing those shits back because you already know who we have in the office. Hey there! Biden and Kamala Harris, who are probably responsible for putting more people of color behind bars than any administration in the history of this country, including during slavery. So what do you think, huh? You want them to start making the rules? Huh? You want them to bring in those big guns? You want them to start bringing in those tanks? Those federal laws? Your state case is now a federal case? You want that? If not, we need to come together and figure some shit out because we are headed in the direction that we were headed into in 1992, 1993, 1994. And it was a scary time back then. I don't want to go back to that time at all. I want to be able to walk or drive down the street and not worry about a stray bullet hitting my dome.